Was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
This one's trouble, Captain Brent. I've no doubt we've discovered another scoundrel playing at Arisen. Though witnesses can attest to the summoning of a pawn, it must have been brought about by some manner of deception.
Quite right. No punishment is too harsh for this fiend.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we? Climb aboard?
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
Never should have taken this shit.
Only care I have is how to spend the day. I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
Well met, son. This really is being craftsmanship. I'll pop open. 'Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity.
Would that I was kept half as busy as I once was.
I've heard there's a means to tell if someone who claims to be arisen is in fact the real thing. See, there's an oracle up in the palace, whose powers allow her to divine whether the arisen yet lives. There's only one arisen in the world, so no matter how many pretenders come forth, the oracle can see through their lies. Although, come to think of it, is that really proof? Does the oracle know who the arisen is, or only that they exist?
Here to ask aught of me, are you? Little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
Perhaps I'll just use what's left in the pantry.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Me? Just going for a...
Talent's talent, whate'er it may be.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Wonderful. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Always a pleasure. Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a... Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
You looking to enlist? I'll give you my post.
I fear I've naught useful to share.
Would that I was kept half as busy as I once was.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
After you, Arisen.
Go on, have a look. Pleasure doing business with you.
Nothing caught your eye? That's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
I've got nothing for ye.
Got something for me?
Know you of any places for a stolen hour of respite? Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace. Have you ever been at a loss as to how to proceed? Or felt like you'd forgotten aught but couldn't recall what 'twas? Well, whenever I'm lost, I go to a professional to have my fortune told. And around here, that's Ursula, the Oracle. Her services are not to be underestimated. Many a time has...
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm...
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away. Apologies, Master, but you will have to make do without us for the time being.
Too quiet here for my liking.
I'd fight better if I had an elder.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour.
Oh, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll.
Off to market I go.
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
really scary. I've never seen that. Where was it from again?
I ought to turn in for the night.
The other day, I chanced to see a Now, that's not so strange.
How might I be of service? Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
It's really... This part's a little different as well. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Eyes on what they used to.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master story.
Well met, sir.
Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you? Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off aught you buy. Oh, spend away, my good...
Always a pleasure.
Shopping is such fun.
Gold makes the world go round.
There's no great...
I brought you something.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
It's possibly different as well. Might as well take a look while we're here, eh? Go on, have a look. I'm in no hurry to leave.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all. Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back any time. Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Always a pleasure. Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour... Always a pleasure.
What a bizarre village that was. I'm still not sure what to make of it.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the Sovran, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
Off we go then. There are beasts to be slain.
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizens.